What's this? Oh, there we go. Oh, crap. What did I do?
Then Jack Michaels text me asking for the CFL league PR guys contact info.
Why?
Well, I wrote this to him. You gonna replace Rod Smith? Yes, it's a dream of mine.
It's 12:01. It is the oil stream. Apparently, our mics were hot.
Were they?
Luckily, we didn't say it to you. We were talking about how we've got. I guess cats. We're making our own underwear. We're going to be selling.
Oh,
that's what we were talking about. I think that's probably all that was said.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well,
I think so. Unless it was the mics back in the studio.
we were talking about.
Could have been ours, maybe.
Well, we're talking about my frolicking about. Let's call it that.
It is the oil stream. Of course, the oil stream is brought to you by Boston Pizza, and we are live today at Mr. Mike's Drink Beer. We started at 11. We're going to Hernan's already here getting ready for EST afternoons.
Oh yeah,
that'll roll from 1 until 3, and then the Reed Wilkins show from 3 until 6. I'll tell you, we could have. Glad they didn't get us some other days with open mics. Could have got lucky on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you know.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. Duck Dad rolled in here.
Yeah, Duck Dad.
He was sitting at the bar.
There he is. He's got the new EST hat too.
Yeah, and it looks good. It's a good looking lid.
It up last week.
It's a good looking lid for sure.
Limited run, and I think there's only a few left.
Yeah,
$42, and that includes.
I got one
tax.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Maddie gave me one yesterday.
Yeah, they were super nice.
I liked it. It was good to see Duck Dad. Yeah, Mr. Mike's here in Bonnie Doon. It's been open for four months now. It's right at the corner of the Bonnie Doon Mall, the southeast corner.
Yep,
I get right. I get them all turned around here.
It's on the east side of Bonnie Doon Mall.
Yeah,
and there's more stuff down there.
There's a little bit more stuff.
It's I would say central. It's on the east side, but middle.
You can't miss it. It's right smack dab on the corner
where the LRT station is.
Yeah, right across from the LRT station.
Bonnie Doon is.
I haven't spent much time in Bonnie Doon.
Well, neither have I, but it's like an older, more mature neighborhood. But you see, like, there's some infill stuff, and I know, like,
that big tower right here over.
They did that new tower, and I think they had plans to do some more like bigger stuff, more condensed, like towers. I don't know, but things come and go in the city as it does, but it. Like you see, there's new life being breathed into older, more mature neighborhoods, and it's good. I think this is great. A lot of this busy place, a lot of traffic. What do they call them? Transportation developments or transportation hubs. It's right on the.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, there's a term for it. Anyway,
this I guess is an old Tony Roma's.
Oh.
But they've changed it a lot. I think it's an awesome open concept setup in here. It's
Tony Roma's pretty good. Were really good. They're very popular for a while.
Why wasn't it work, right? Like it doesn't make sense.
I don't know. But Mr. Mike's is great. This is actually super nice in here. Really chic.
I got a classic Mike burger and fries on the way for lunch.
I'm starving.
Gotta get something, buddy.
I'm gonna have something.
Gotta get
as soon as
something.
we're finished.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Adam. Transit-oriented development.
Oh,
TOD.
the old classic TOD.
Yes, the classic TOD.
That's nice. Why didn't we just?
Knows.
Yeah, thanks for passing that along. All right, it is the oil stream. No shortage of things to discuss. Obviously, I watched a good chunk of post game last night.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they got lucky because they pushed really hard to come back in that hockey game, but
they worked.
at some point you got to play better defense, and I don't know if/when it's going to happen. But how was the post game last night?
Post game, I think there's a recognition that has developed over the last couple of weeks that defense will be a struggle when you've allowed 50 goals in your last 11 games.
I mean, that's pathetic.
Oh no,
it's pathetic. And this is with two different goalies than Skinner and Pickard, which everyone's like, these are the guys. This is why they can't keep the puck out of the net. It's the goalies. Now they got two different goalies. It was 50 and 11 games.
That's right.
My God,
with an 8-1 win sprinkled in there.
That is so bad.
So there's that. You know what? It might just be a wild ride to the finish, whether that is in the postseason, outside the postseason. I think they still make the playoffs. Listen, I think they'll dig in.
They'll make the playoffs. I mean,
I think so too.
It's a question of, really at this point, are they going to win the division or be a wild card team? You know, everything is still in play.
Yep.
Because the division sucks.
It does.
Like Vegas isn't really that good of a hockey team. The Oilers right now, you really can't describe as that good of a hockey team.
Just a bunch of mediocre teams.
Yeah, like the Ducks are just as good as Vegas and Edmonton, in my opinion.
Ducks are surging.
Yeah. So yeah, that was an interesting. Like, it's just those types of games frustrate me.
Why?
Because
I have to ask why.
Because they come back and win, and everybody's like, yeah. And I get it. 2 huge points, had to have it.
Sure.
But like you that's not sustainable. Like, you can't. I know it's like, and Jack does a great job building up with the broadcast. He's like, they'll never die. But like, at some point, just go out and win a game 3-1. Like, just play strong defensive hockey as a group and win a tidy hockey game. Like, it's like that is you're gonna bump into. And look, like I said, and I'll stand by this, I still think they'll get to the conference final because the Pacific Division sucks. As long as they don't have to be wild card 2,
right?
I think they'll get to the conference final again. That's probably as far as I would think them go. But you're going to get there against Minnesota. You're going to get there against Dallas, who's been unbelievable. Added Tyler Myers.
Yeah.
And we know the Oilers have taken it to the Stars. We know it.
Sure. Sure.
But I mean, how many times have they beaten the Stars now?
2 in a row.
So 2 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, can they do it a third time? Maybe. But like, you can't fall behind the Dallas Stars in a playoff game 4-1 and storm back. Like, they're not going to do it.
You're not.
Ottawa just sort of sat back. Well, that was quick. Thank you very much. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
there's my classic Mike burger.
Thank you.
I don't even want to tell you how many of these I've eaten in my lifetime. Look at that. I got a little fancy gravy bowl.
Yeah,
look at this.
Do. Look at those fries, too.
Buddy, these fries. You got to try one of these fries.
I will. These are
the crispiest. Listen to this crunch.
I want to hear the crunch.
You hear that?
Yeah.
I've been talking for years about these fries.
Too clearly. Stop it.
That's how crisp they are. They're so good. They're so good.
I'm gonna have one.
Anyway,
in a second.
unsustainable though. Like, it is. It's just.
Well, you talked about you need to win a game 3-1. The last time they had a game under 4 goals was 12 games ago when they lost to New Jersey 2-1.
That was the last time they
had less than 4 goals.
Like, they're a steady overbet.
Oh my God, are they ever? Now they've got. They're just over. They've been over the last 11 games, basically. So,
would you like my pickle?
The pickles are great.
Yeah,
you go ahead. I'm gonna have these fries. I don't know if I'm gonna crunch into it like you did.
It's just how crunchy they are, man.
Steaming.
I'm glad somebody's like, wow, those were crunchy.
They look golden and delicious.
Fries are unbelievable here. Am I right?
They're fantastic.
So good.
Good choice. I'm gonna have to eat something as soon as we finish.
Yeah, sorry I'm eating during oil stream today, but I got a jet right after, so I want to get this in me.
Very excited for you, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, man. We can get to that maybe a little bit later.
I'll be watching it.
It was good that the Sens were in town because I watched that game last night. Now I get to go do the Sens, so it was kind of timed out.
Gordon Miller said hello to me.
That's nice.
He has no clue.
Thank you very much. I thought Ottawa played pretty good for 2 periods.
So did I.
right? Like they look like, and they've been playing really well.
Yes.
And Allmark was unbelievable.
You made some
like
great
the Oilers
saves.
should have. What did the Sens give up? What was that? How did
For
they get?
Allmark?
Yeah, what did they?
I thought it was actually
Did they sign him, or was it
deal.
what was it?
No,
because remember
a trade
when
and sign?
they were talking about goalies. I don't know if it was somebody in the market really wanted him to get Allmark.
Yeah,
like he was a guy that you're like, oh man, go get Allmark.
Sure, but he is struggle. I mean, we had Claire Hanna on yesterday, and she's like, the goaltending.
He's been good lately, though. I mean, for about a month now.
Well, when the Oilers, like midway through the game, they got that power play in the second period, and then that's when I thought they started to push back, and you slowly saw the tide turn in Edmonton's favor, and then basically they were in Ottawa's zone for a good chunk of the game. Okay, here's the haul for.
I got gravy on my hoodie.
You'll survive.
I just washed this thing. Okay, anyway.
Oh yeah,
it smells nice, right?
Yeah, very fresh. Traded from Boston to Ottawa for Mark Kastelik, Jonas Korpisalo, and round 1 pick in the 2024 draft, which became Dean Letourneau.
So a first rounder, another goalie,
players,
and then Kastelik. So I know he led in 5 last night. I thought he was unbelievable.
He made some great saves, especially in the third period. I thought that's weak goals to begin, though. And then the one that Batherson banked in off of Jensen. I mean, I'm not putting that on him.
That's not on him.
The one that he dropped the rebound and the Oilers got it back, and it Draisaitl's first goal.
Yeah, he had it up here and he kind of froze, and then it just dropped down.
Yeah, and they went and scooped it up. He did win a Vezina. I mean, he has been the league's best goalie. So all the turmoil that was going on with the Sens too a few months ago or a couple months ago. So, yeah.
Okay, what else from the game last night? What else? I mean, Draisaitl was awesome. Savoie's been looking really good here for a stretch.
He's got confidence, doesn't he? Like from a concern standpoint, they get burned on quick regroups in the neutral zone. That first goal that Cousins scored.
He can't get in like that.
No, and listen, I know Walman has been victimized on that quite a bit lately. Bouchard at times, and Ekholm. I'm not going to just lump in. I have to keep them together because it's not just Bouchard. I don't want to just knock his defensive game all the time because he has been much better, and obviously the offense has been great. But it just seems like the awareness isn't there. Forwards and defense.
Yeah,
but
it's a whole group, man.
In the neutral, well, go back to that goal that Macklin Celebrini scored for the Sharks where, not Jari, Ingram thought he had time to go get his stick because the Oilers were breaking out. And Joaquin's like, what's Conor doing? How is he not aware that Celebrini's right beside him?
Yeah.
And it's, again, in the neutral zone, quick up. Ingram's going and getting his stick, and Celebrini just chips it in to a wide open net. Now he puts it to the far side because Ingram slid to dive to try to save it. But yeah, man, like,
did you guys break down the third goal on the postgame list? Like, the one where a guy was wide open back door.
Oh yeah. I think that was McDavid.
Was that McDavid's guy?
Yeah, because
I figured it was McDavid's guy.
I think you saw.
No, Bush had
his guy, and Ekholm had his guy.
Ekholm had his guy. I think Bush's guy, I guess, may have been the guy who had the puck. But there was another forward there who had the puck too.
But I think
because there was nobody else around Bush.
I think his positioning was okay.
Yeah, but there was.
Let's review.
It could be. There was nobody in his area.
Yeah.
The guy who scored, I'm not saying it was Bush. That wasn't Bush's guy, unless Bush was supposed to take the guy that Ekholm had, and Ekholm was supposed to pick up the guy coming to the net. But I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be McDavid.
Yes,
because McDavid's just watching the puck.
Where did this go? I just had it. How about that?
Oh, yeah, to play an ad first. Unbelievable.
Hey.
But like those types of goals. Was it against Anaheim? There was a goal like that. Remember, everybody was just puck watching.
Yes.
The guy wide.
That was the Cutter Gauthier goal.
Yeah, like how does that happen? So Hernan put out that tweet last night with the guy circle.
Yes,
it was like, and I quote tweeted and said, "How many times do we have to do this?"
Every time.
And then one guy came back and goes, "Well, it's coaching, Dusty." And I said, "You're telling me that Knobloch tells all 5 of those guys just watch the puck, don't pick anybody up."
No,
like talked about that. And I don't want to sit here and defend Knobloch but. Like, that can't be a coaching thing. Like, they're all just watching the puck, all of them. See, pause it back. Can you go back and pause it?
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry we don't have the video up, but we're just trying to break down this goal. So, like, I don't know I don't know.
Bouchard's just kind of in no man's land.
To me, Bouch might be coached to be there, but he is in no man's land.
Yeah.
Right? So Ekholm's picking up this guy. So I'm wondering, does Bouch need to be the guy who's picking up that guy's side, and then Ekholm can pick up the backdoor guy, or does McDavid have to have the backdoor guy?
I think it still needs to be Conor.
Because Bouch is stopping him from coming down into the corner.
And Cass was talking about that. Yeah, I mean.
So this is on McDavid.
They wheeled it down up along the blue line. They came down the left-hand side. And everybody, you can watch the Oilers, they're all kind of shifting in a 5-man unit. And the whole back side, the weak side there is the soft spot. And look, Dusty, like look at if you cut the ice in half here.
Yeah.
There's only one guy.
There's only one guy in the entire other half of the ice.
And he's just lost in the soft.
Nan, so are you doing highlights and lowlights on the EST afternoons? Okay, so stick around for EST afternoons from 1 until 3. Hernan and Gage will break down this tape a little bit more.
I gave him no chance on that.
Yeah. What were the time on ice last night for the big boys?
It got to like 27.
Yeah, like it got to a situation again where. See, so like Ekholm can't leave his guy.
So okay, yeah, like what? Connor's not watching this guy. Batherson slides down. He should have had a shoulder. David probably should have shouldered.
I think it should have been Connor. I think
it needed to be.
It's either Connor's guy, or the D-men are supposed to play that differently, and Bouch picks up the guy who's coming to net front, and Ekholm stays over there. But it seemed like they took everybody over there anyway, like it was planned, right? So
the other thing too, like Carlson on that Cutter Gauthier goal, and then I think that was Stützle on that one. Yes, those are great passes. I will.
It was a great pass.
Credit. Those are great passes, but I know we always look for the mistake defensively, and I think it's natural instinct. But I want to say like that was a really nice pass.
Yeah.
It got through 3 guys.
Now we didn't have to sauce it over a bunch of sticks.
Leo Carlson did that.
Yeah,
right?
Carlson did. Yeah. Carlson did for sure. Yeah.
No, he found.
So yeah, the ice. So the Oilers just had to. I mean, rinse and repeat. Fall behind due to horrible defense, and then load heavy minutes onto the top end guys.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that frustrates me about the defense. It was Knobloch, right? Knobloch took over, and then they went on the huge winning streak.
Yeah.
And remember, they weren't allowing anything.
They were winning
for 18 to so.
Yeah.
Like as a coach, Knobloch has coached this core group to be extremely stingy. I remember that streak. You turn on an Oilers game and be like, I'll be surprised if they give up anything tonight. Like they were so tight defensively there that's why I look at it now and I go, I don't know if I can hang this on coaching, because we've seen this coach take a group of these guys and have them be one of the best defensive teams in the league for like half a season
with the same coach,
with the same kind of with the same sort of group. So, like to me, it's more on the players just not being focused enough defensively.
Yeah,
but
I'm with you. Okay, so it started against Washington 5-0. They beat the Ducks 8-2. They beat Vegas 5-4.
Look at that stretch there.
Beat Winnipeg 3-1. Beat Carolina 6-1. Beat Minnesota 4-3. Beat New Jersey 4-1. Chicago 4-1. Lost to Tampa 7-4.
Then they went on the heater.
Oh, there's the heater.
That wasn't even the heater.
That was the 8-gamer. Okay, so at New Jersey 6-3. New York 4-3 win. 5-0 over San Jose. 3-2 over LA in a shootout. 7-2 over the Ducks. 5-2 over Philly. 3-1 over Ottawa, 2-1 over Chicago, 3-2 over Detroit in OT, 2-1 over Montreal in OT, 4-2 over the Leafs, 4-2 over the Kraken, 3-1 over the Flames, 4-1 over the Jackets, 3-0 over the Hawks, 4-1 over the Preds.
But they gave up nothing.
How many games, 2 or less, in that stretch?
Yeah.
From here to here.
2 at the beginning, that's it. Like 2 games allowed 3.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was over a dozen games with 1 goal or 2 against.
And we talked about them being a good 2-1, 3-2 team. There was a window of time where we're like, this team is good in low scoring games. They've learned, they've changed. And then this year that has been thrown out the window and lit on fire. Facts.
All right. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Cody says if the Oilers could just play third periods each game, they would be elite. That's it. Kiefer Sherwood has signed an extension as well. Hernan just mentioned this to us. 5-year deal at $5.75 per, with the San Jose Sharks. I mean, with the cap going up as much as it's going to go up over the next little while.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like 5.75 for
it's reasonable.
Seems kind of okay with the cap expected to continue to climb. Troll says that team was built better though. Fogel and McLeod were fast. Janmark and Henrique were still good players back then. Ekholm was younger. Kulak was still there. Yeah, those are all fair points. Yeah, 780.
Yeah, we can do that just after the show.
218-9999 is where you can get in. All right, so Conor Murphy's going to be coming in. Spoke with the media yesterday. Seemed like pretty good conversation. Pretty good conversation with the media yesterday, Conor Murphy.
Yeah, it was good. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
TCB. There's been some requests. Yeah, so Conor Murphy, just well-spoken, articulate, been around the block. His excitement for being an Oiler, I think, was notable. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of impact he has on the blue line, just because it is, in my opinion, a bit of a bump up and better personnel. So, yeah, it was good. And you know what's funny? It was asked at the end. I think Shoggy threw it in. He's like, "You gonna be okay to handle like this?" He's like, "Yeah."
I saw that.
And I like how he didn't poo-poo the question or anything like that. Like, listen, this is a crazy hockey market, obviously, but Chicago is no slouch. It's a city that's like 3 times the size, maybe even more, than Edmonton, that also loves hockey and has had a hockey team for 100 years.
Yeah.
In the NHL. So
it's one of the best.
Absolutely.
I'd argue. I mean, there's a case you make it's the best hockey market in the U.S.
When that team's
close.
going,
yeah.
Like I remember my first year Oilers TV 2010. That was right at the start of their. They had just won their first cup, and you got chills going to those games, Dusty. They would be like, you get that anthem with Jim Cornelison, he's like 7 feet tall,
the big man.
Oh yeah, and they have like the little wind machine pushing the American flag, and he goes, "Oh, the flag was still there," and they were riding the high of the cup, and it was just it was amazing, and yeah, it was intimidating, and the Oilers put up good fights against the Hawks during those games in those years, but that was the hockey market. You know what else? Boston can be like that.
Oh yeah,
like it's maybe some poo-poo it without realizing, like Detroit, Boston, Chicago, even New York. Like there's diehard that is almost equal to what we have here. It's Canadian-esque. It's just when they talk about their team, they don't go into psycho mode. Whereas in Canada, it gets into psycho mode. That's how I like to describe it.
Well, I think who was it? Penner's Pancake says, "Give Murphy a month or so of spec, and we'll see what he says."
I mean,
we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes.
I'll just leave it. I'm gonna okay.
We'll see how we'll see how that goes.
All right.
All right. So Walman was a little bit banged up yesterday.
Skated today, though.
He did skate today?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Any other notes from the skate today?
Yeah. So all we got was there's a mini maintenance day. This came from Jamie over at Oilers PR. Thank you to them for some information. We appreciate that. Him and Pierdo do a great job. Semi-maintenance day for Ekholm, Bouchard, Hyman, Draisaitl, 5 points last night, Nugent Hopkins, and McDavid. And then it was asked if Walman would be skating, and the reply was, "It looks like it." So that's a good sign, I think.
So was he hurt, or he did stay on the bench, right?
Oh man, he was not having a great game.
I mean, his play justified the benching.
Yeah,
and they could have just said, "Oh, he tweaked something," so we're not sitting here all going, "Walman was benched. Walman was benched." If it's me, I'd put Conor Murphy with Darnell Nurse.
Darnell was better yesterday too, by the way.
Well, it's hard not to be better than he had been recently.
I try to be positive,
but
okay.
To me, I said it on the Lock Shop earlier today. Paul Coffey's number one project right now is to salvage the season for Darnell Nurse. That's it. We obviously have already we can see, everything's not fixed defensively, right? It's not like he came in and all of a sudden the team started locking things down. So Bush has actually been better this year than he was last year with Coffey.
Yep.
Ekholm's Ekholm. Don't have to touch Ekholm.
Yep.
Emerson's fine. I mean, little tidbits here and there for Emerson, but Emerson's what you expect of him.
Mm-hmm.
Conor Murphy, what did he say yesterday? Basically, all he's done his whole career is just defend and kill penalties.
Perfect. They need that.
So Darnell Nurse is the guy who needs fixing. Walman too, but Walman shouldn't have to be as important as Darnell Nurse needs to be for this team.
Correct.
That is Paul Coffey's. What do they call it? It was a magnum opus. What
MO.
Yeah, the
Modus
that's his
operandi.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Where did I get Magnus Opus from? Is that not
like
a thing?
Magnum PI and
Maybe
Burt Reynolds and
anyway, that's his big thing.
Shirts.
It's his big thing, and that's his to me. I'd say Paul Coffey. Your only job is to make Darnell Nurse salvageable, and we can play him 22 minutes a night this season. Now get on it. And he was better last night, but to me, you bring in a guy that's labeled. I know he's sort of. I saw people outside the market labeling as like a number 5 stay-at-homer, and that's what he was playing, kind of timeline ice-wise with Chicago this year.
Yeah.
But you play him with Darnell Nurse, and hopefully he can cover up some of the Darnell Nurse blemishes, which might make Darnell a little bit more comfortable and actually start playing a little bit better, knowing that he's got somebody there who can help him a bit. Maybe he doesn't have to overthink the game a little bit. I've always thought ever since he was like 2 or 3 years in, you're like, man, you are so athletically gifted. But I always thought the mental side of the game was a little bit off with Darnell.
Is decision
and I think
making,
if he can,
right?
if he can if he's got somebody next to him who can simplify things a little bit, maybe that leads to him playing the game in a simpler fashion and can get him back on track as well.
Remember, but it has got.
Eddie Z says Dusty got it right with Magnum Opus.
No, hang on a sec.
You're the big English guy. Did I get it right?
Magnum Opus is a thing.
Yeah, what is it?
But it's not the right thing.
But it's a large, important.
What is the meaning of Magnus Opus? A large, important work of art. A modus operandi is mode of operating, method of working, used to describe a person's habitual characteristic way of doing something, particularly in law enforcement.
I think Magnus. I think I was going for what I was going for.
Work of art.
Yeah, it's like their big accomplishment.
Sorry, guys. It's modus operandi.
No, it's Magnus Opum.
Magnus Opus.
Magnus Opus. Magnus
Opus.
Opus.
A work of art. Are you putting together?
No, but it's like the most important piece of your work of art or your music, and that to me, him fixing it's his magnum opus.
I think both apply.
I think they both could apply. I think I would agree with you on that.
I think you're trying to say like strike while the fire is hot, but it's strike when the iron's hot. Ryan Smith used to cross idioms together like that. So I guess technically this
Kevin says he's with me. He goes, I'm with Dusty. He's correct.
Kelvin, get out of here. I'm just kidding.
I think, everybody said Dusty's 100% correct.
Stop kissing his ass.
No, I think I'm right in this one.
What we're saying,
what you're saying
really quickly here.
Yeah.
Paul Coffey's work of art.
That's right.
Is Darnell Nurse.
That's right.
So we're saying he's a finished product?
Not yet.
But if it's his modus operandi, which is method of working, commonly used to describe a person's habitual characteristic way of doing something, he's got to work on that.
See, I think Paul Coffey's magnum opus will help Darnell Nurse's modus operandi. I think that's what it is.
Oh boy!
Even look at Benny Thompson. I've heard magnum opus used under those circumstances. This is what I'm talking about.
Benny Thompson.
Me getting magnum opus right
the
is my magnum opus.
Wise man.
Benny, he said it, not me.
I work with Benny every day. I can say it. Oh, sorry, I didn't know we were going to dive into Latin today.
But I was just saying that's how important it has to be.
It is.
He's got to. If anybody's going to fix Darnell Nurse, it has to be Paul Coffey. It's the only thing.
I'm not going to repeat what he said on the air to me yesterday. Yeah. But what did you think of what he?
Yeah. What did he say again? I think.
Yeah. I had a great chat with him. Like I said, for weeks and weeks, he's awesome, and I love that guy. But yeah, I could tell that.
Oh yeah. We can't say that.
Cannot say
no, go over the ball.
No.
But he's not wrong.
No, it's not. The way he said it too, I was like, he's got some work to do.
All right, so let's just back. How much of the inability to keep the puck out of their net right now is on coaching, do you think?
Listen, they have to take some responsibility because it's their job to make sure the players are aware and doing the right things, getting into the right habits. I think I brought this up casually like a week or two ago, and I wonder how much of it too is a lot. I brought it up on Saturday with Joaquin. How much of this is not having actual time on ice for practice? And they've had a lot of days where they've had a practice scheduled, like like today, where they're taking a mini maintenance day for the big guys, and instead of going on the ice and actually going through systems and getting that muscle memory, it's all video. And like, I know that video is super important. It's good to get the lesson from the coach, and they have all the technology in the world in their locker room, but it doesn't replace physically going on the ice and doing it. Because listen, I'll tell you guys what a lot of their morning skates are and a lot of what their practice. Like yesterday's morning skate was guys casually coming onto the ice in like a 10-minute window, shooting on Ingram, shooting on Jari. A few, like, the defense would do, they get a puck off the wall or a pass, take the shot, go in, get another puck. Then they circle and make the pass to the next guy, shoot. It was just like repetition.
But they were out running lines or anything like?
No, nothing like that. So and listen, the Oilers are probably, out of the 32 teams in the league, not the only ones guilty of this, but I think there's something to be said for actually being on the ice and going, hey, guys, in our own zone, you need to be here. You need to be there. You know who used to do that? Todd McClellan. He would yell, he would bark at the guys, and they would get a refresher or two every couple of months. He would drag everybody's ass on the ice and be like, we're going through D zone. We're going through neutral zone. All right, forecheck today. And it just feels like, and maybe it's due to the schedule, there hasn't been a ton of that as in years past. So that's just a theory.
All right, let's get to the spicy Popeyes headlines. If you're looking for a bite to eat for lunch today, if you can't make it to here at Mr. Mike's, you can slide on over to Popeyes, pick up that 3-piece bone-in chicken for just $8. What do you think they have to package with Mangiapane to get rid of him?
Oh, man, I don't know. I mean, I hope 0, but that's not realistic.
Zero chance of that happening.
Yeah, that would be wonderful if someone just took him off their hands, but they had the opportunity to do that when he was put on waivers a couple days ago. I don't know, 3rd, 4th, maybe somebody who's interested in him in the summer just says, you know what, screw it, we'll give us a 4th-round pick. That would be ideal.
I think if you can get rid of him for a 4th-round pick, I'll say it right now so I don't come back on it later and like about face this thing.
Yeah.
If they can just move a 4th to get rid of him, brilliant piece of work. I honestly think that would be ideal. I don't think that's what it's going to be though.
Like the Conor Murphy trade, brilliant piece of work in the moment because of the scenario you're in now. But we have to keep in mind, and I try to remind myself of this, they created this.
Oh no, yeah, they're getting themselves out of jam.
Right. You're right.
Like in a vacuum, right? That's the saying. In a vacuum,
yes.
This trade alone, if you can move on from him for a 4th or giving up a 4th to get rid of him, that's good. The fact that you had to do that is totally on you, and it's a horrible look. But I don't think they get it for a 4th. I don't like, because tell me this, Tommy. If the Oilers can't move Mangiapane, what else do they do before the deadline? Is the answer nothing?
What do they have for cap space?
Exactly. Like, I don't think they can do anything unless there's something crazy, but I don't think they can do anything if they don't move Mangiapane. So why would a team be like, yeah, you know what, give us a 4th, we'll take him. And then that allows the Edmonton Oilers, who with the right move could maybe be a Stanley Cup contender again, allows them to go do something. Like,
yeah, they've got $200,000 in cap space right now. Projected minus $2,028,291.
Like they can't do anything without moving Mangiapane, which is why I think it's going to be a 3rd plus like a 7th or something. Like I don't think I'd be, if they can get rid of him for a 4th, then it'll get done. get done if that's the case.
Yeah.
But I think
them to do more.
I think the price comes in where you're going to be happy that they got rid of him, but you're like, oh, that's too much.
It's bad asset management.
I think, I mean, it pretty much already is. So I just like, why would a team be like, yeah, they're basically throwing the Oilers a lifeline. Like if you're another team and you're looking at some of these teams that might be able to take them on, be like, don't help the Edmonton Oilers. If the Oilers can't move Mangiapane, this is their roster going into the playoffs. Like, that's why I think some team will be like, yeah, I'll do it, but it's either a second or it's a third and something else.
Oh, that's a shot to the pills if it was a second.
Well, but
like
put yourself in this situation. So they've got another job. They got another deal done, let's say. They've got a third line center ready to go. And they've got the deal logged in. And they're like, okay, now, and we like this deal. It's a good price tag. But in order to get it done, we got to move on from Mangiapane. If no team's sitting out there going, yeah, we know the situation you're in. No team's going to be like, give us a fourth, it's done. Some team might eventually go, give us a third, it's done. But if you really wanted to drive a hard bargain and the Oilers know that they've got this other deal done, I could see them having to give in and give up a price that you just don't want to. So I think Stoff last night on the panel with Struddy said that could be a third, but I think it'd be a third plus maybe a little something else, just as like a grind the Oilers a bit because they put themselves backed into this corner, right? So I think that's probably how it goes. I just don't know why another team would throw the Oilers a lifeline when Connor McDavid's already thrown them a lifeline. Like if I'm another team, I'm like, no, there's no way.
You. By the way, I'm just getting caught up with the Nats chat. I can't believe how many people are agreeing with you.
Well, it's because I'm right.
You're not.
I am.
His master. So Paul Coffey's masterpiece is Darnell Nurse.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be. Like Darnell Nurse has to become his magnum opus.
His modus operandi is to get Darnell Nurse and the defense to become good.
And then when he does that, we will view Darnell Nurse as his magnum opus.
See, now that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
But I like these.
Some of the replies are great. I like the one about you getting into college. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
And, you know what? I'm like, yeah, that's valid. Andy Z says, Tommy's like the kid who thinks he's an honor student, but actually gets a C+. C+ is great, Andy. That's a great mark.
No, what was the other one where it was, yeah, there was one about you getting into college. There it is. Yeah, Andy again.
Tommy's like the kid who sneaks into college with a 74 competitive average because he got a 94 in gym.
No, but you've said before you're very big. Your language, particular. Like...
I think I boast a broad vernacular and good understanding of the English language, but yeah, I like how like Irish Ken says nope, raison d'être for coffee. His reason for being. I like how we're mixing in Latin, French.
Yeah,
I saw Maya Culpa in there. I saw Vini.
Yeah, that was a good. Somebody said Benny should blind rank random Latin terms.
Yeah, I know. I love that. Jay Not Jay says Tommy needs to Google Latin idioms. Quid pro quo. Oh boy, you guys. I think we got to the bottom of it. Anyway, I'm laughing. This is hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's good. Okay.
Shallow and pedantic.
On a scale of 1 to 10. How much of a waste of time is any Darnell Nurse trade discussion?
10.
It's a 10, right? It's a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just I don't know what the point of it is. I know everybody would want him to be traded, but I just don't live in a reality where before the trade deadline, the Oilers go, Darnell Nurse has been traded. Like I just don't see him.
I mean, I'd be blown away if it happened.
It's impossible.
It's a wonderful thought.
Yeah. It's literally impossible.
And I know there's a few people out there that are really hammering that idea, but I'm wondering if that's just clickbait.
It's clickbait.
I got this response
from
someone within the organization when I sent that to them. Dumb. People, everyone on our team has no trades. Think, they said.
Yes, it's like I'm not exaggerating when I say it's impossible. You would need Darnell Nurse to waive a no move, to leave a team that's been to back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals, who has all of his best friends on it.
Yeah, just had a kid.
To go to a worse situation.
Yeah.
Why in the world? Put yourself in Darnell Nurse's shoes as a human. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like it makes no sense. No sense. I saw RCN put out a clip. RCN loves Stoff, right? So he puts out a clip of Stoff talking to Brian Lawton about Darnell Nurse and, could there be a way? And Brian Lawton said, sometimes the player wants to help the organization. And I said, are you delusional, man? You think Darnell Nurse is going to go home to his wife and kids and be like, listen, the Oilers would be better without me. I guess I have to accept a trade. Like, honestly, is that the world we're living in right now? Please think before you speak. Like, that doesn't make any sense. In no world would Darnell Nurse sacrifice the rest of his career to help the organization. There could be other ways to go about it. I mean, there could be other ways, but to think that they moved Darnell and Darnell comes out and goes, you know what? I realized that I was holding them back, and I have to.
Wonderful.
Like, come on, man. Let's not get too carried away with these ridiculous Darnell Nurse takes.
I'm not going to say
he has a full no move. Nobody's going to want to take up the $9 million ticket. End of story. Done. Move on.
When Brian Lawton's name last came up on this fine program, and somebody had texted in the question, what do you think of him becoming the next president of the team? And you and I laughed at it. Bob called me. He's like, why is that such a far-fetched idea? I'm like, well, didn't work in Tampa now, did it?
Yeah.
He's done it before. Okay.
Cheekiness says, Brian Lawton has been a GM and an agent. What do you know, Dusty? Well, what I do know is that
I know that Cheekiness is listening to Bob a lot.
I would know this, that probably in the history of the National Hockey League has a player not come out and said, I'm holding this team back, trade me. I mean, you can send me the examples. I'll sit here, Cheekiness, all day. I won't leave, Mr. Mikes. I'll sit here all day and wait for your example of a player coming out and going, you know what? I decided that I was the reason the Edmonton Oilers can't defend, and I'm going to help the organization by going in and getting traded to whatever team they want to trade me to. What are we talking about here? My God, please.
Now, if it happens, mamma mia. I like how Supersize Indiana Jones says, Nurse for Bob, 1 for 1. Frank Saravalli.
Is Frank Saravalli a fake?
I think it's a fake account. Yeah. Good old Frank.
That's kind of funny.
Valley, V-A-L-L-E-Y.
What else did I see pop up last night? I think it was on the post-game show. Oilers willing to include Matt Savoie in a package for somebody.
Why?
Now, I will say this.
I like him.
To me,
I think he's great.
Like the Darnell Nurse thing is a waste of time because it literally would have to be something that, I mean, basically nobody's ever done. The Savoie thing, I think just sounds ridiculous because I like Matt Savoie. He's coming into his own.
Yeah.
You need some young guys who are going to continue to develop. I think in 2 years, Matt Savoie could be so good that you could factor him into a conversation of why Connor McDavid would want to stay because Savoie has joined the group with some of these other guys. And you're like, oh, this team's actually heading in the right direction. Now, with that being said, if Matt Savoie has to go out in some sort of blockbuster deal, then, I'm not going to say he's untouchable.
I understand.
But it would have to be a pretty earth-shattering deal to sacrifice like the one of 2 or 3 young guys in your entire organization. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
When the goal of the offseason was to get younger and try to retool on the fly, and he is the one guy who's hit of the younger guys. Remember Howard they brought in, and I know they signed Hudson. He's having a great AHL season, but and then they played Regula, and we all know how that has gone. He's the one that you're like, okay, there's something there. And he looks great right now. I think he looks fantastic. I think he's playing with confidence. He's starting to have a positive impact more consistently, game to game. Unless it is a great deal that you can't say no to and you have to sacrifice him, why would you even play with that idea?
Like it has to be a deal where it gets announced and we're all going, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I see why they moved so far.
Yeah,
that's
otherwise.
And I just don't think this organization's in a spot where they're going to pull something like that off.
Well, we've seen, although it feels like there's been a little bit of restored faith in the management team after this Conor Murphy trade. I'm going to wait and hold my judgment until we see him play a little bit.
Oh, listen. So they acquire Conor Murphy, and all of a sudden we're glossing over the fact that they've blown 2 straight free agencies and somehow managed to trade Stuart Skinner and made the team technically worse. Like they acquire Conor Murphy 5 years after we first started wanting them to acquire him. And we're going to sit here and go, oh, everything's good now because Stan Bowman went out and traded for one defenseman that he knew.
A 5.
Like he just traded
5.
for a guy that he traded for once before.
Yeah.
There's nothing overly creative about it. So I guess I'm not in that category of renewed faith in management. Let's see how the deadline goes. Like I said, like it's not so much the Conor Murphy thing, it's giving up future picks. If this is all they do, I don't necessarily like it.
Mm-hmm.
If there's something juicy coming and Conor Murphy's a part of the deadline additions and overall as a team, they take like 2 steps forward, then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, this starts to make sense and maybe they start to sort of win me over again. But right now I'd have little to no confidence in the management group.
Yeah.
And that's just because show me the track record.
There's been a very positive vibe in regard to that move and maybe some restored faith, which I'm with you, Dusty. I still would question the management group. I mean, I'll just leave it at that.
All right. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for it. Stupid Peter says, I know I am stupid, but you guys are making too much sense right now. Ryan Smith's mullet says, hey, boys, would a Shane Wright for Ike Howard trade make sense?
Who for who? Shane Wright?
Shane Wright for Ike Howard.
Shane Wright's an everyday NHL player. That's the other thing I'd ask you. Is Oil Country as a whole giving up on Ike Howard?
I wouldn't.
This is his first pro season.
Yeah, like
Matt Savoie had to go through this last year, didn't he? With less NHL time.
Shane Wright had 44 points and 19 goals last year.
So, but he's got 4 seasons under his belt.
He's 22 years
NHL
old.
Hockey, yeah.
Was he 1 year older than Howard?
What I like about him is he's bigger. He's a right shot guy. You know what? Who sent that in? Aiden?
Yeah, well, signed it as Ryan Smith's mullet.
Ryan Smith's mullet. I would consider it.
I think I would probably do it.
I just like the size, the right shot, having played in the league, kind of proven himself to a certain point. Maybe he just wants a fresh start. I'd probably do it.
What say you? 780-218-9999. Let's dive into the numbers game for Play Alberta. Play Alberta, obviously, title sponsor of everything we do here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Let me just bring up our EST specials page. Download the Play Alberta app today or go to playalberta.ca, click on sports, and then click on EST specials. And we've got a few already up from today. It was a good day yesterday. Reed hit that plus 2,000.
Yeah.
We hit the early bird bet. We hit the lock shop partner parlay. So Play Alberta took it on the chin yesterday from all the nasties in EST.
Jay's play of the day hit. Nice.
Your play of the day hit? I thought they had to win by. Oh no, that was what was that? Was it money line? Oh, that's an easy. Yeah. What was it? What was it? Okay, there we go. Oh, so it was the screw it, let's do it that didn't hit.
Oh,
Gager, didn't you have Oilers to win by 3 yesterday? Tough one.
that's worth mentioning.
All right. What? Okay. Yeah. Get to it.
Our buddy Brendan Escott just quoted Jake Walman.
That's what I thought. Remember, I said maybe it wasn't an injury,
right? Well, because yesterday Reed sent us a note when he was making his way back from the availability, saying that Walman tweaked something, and then that's what was said.
So somebody told Reed that.
I think it was in the press conference.
Okay.
Because Reed wouldn't just say that.
No.
So Escott quote tweets it. Says, Jake Walman said, not seeing the ice in the third period last night was a coach's decision, not due to injury. Quote, I put myself in that position. It's my fault. I have to play better. Yes.
See, that makes more sense than the injury thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting note. So Walman was indeed benched for the third period of the game last night because he was not. Now, you know what people will say. Well, how come Darnell Nurse doesn't get benched?
That's a great question,
right? Like that's
fair.
But it is a fair question. But Darnell Nurse is a core 4 guy here.
Oh, yeah.
I know
that term has such a bad
Nuge, McDavid, Drysdale, Nurse. I mean, that's kind of the crew, right? Like, and I think that's probably the plus. I mean, Walman also hasn't been very good lately either.
No, he has not.
And I think Walman, I'll say this from an organizational perspective, I think Walman is viewed differently than Darnell Nurse and was probably approached differently, handled differently by the coaching staff because of that. All right, so over at Play Alberta right now, we've got the lock shop partner parlay, wings to win, Carolina to beat Vancouver by 2 because everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Kraken to win plus 467. Our golf parlay went up with Bridgman, Knapp, and Matty Fitz all top 20 at 9-1. And then the grandest parlay today is up as well. Dorofeyev with a point, Hurricanes to win, Nick Ehlers with a point. And then I don't even know what that last part is. I can't even tell you what sport
today.
it is, but it's
plus
600
I'm sprinkling
for the grandest parlay.
I'm sprinkling.
Evan Bouchard is plus 390 to win the Norris Trophy, Tommy. Zach Werenski's the favorite, slightly above Cale Makar. They're both in that plus 145 to plus 155 range. Bouch has gone from 18-1 to plus 390 in the last 3 weeks.
Good for him.
Do you think that this is my whole conversation on the Bouch thing. Will the media vote for Evan Bouchard to win a Norris Trophy?
Outside of here?
Here, both. Here and outside of here.
I think he will get some votes.
What do you think the percentage would be of him winning the Norris from a voting perspective? Higher by the Edmonton voters or higher of the out of Edmonton voters?
Out of Edmonton voters.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think the stains of poor defensive play, especially early this season, and then there's been some spotty moments from time to time. But the offense, I think, is recognized, appreciated, and respected. But the spotty D play, I think, will cost him locally. But from an outside market, I think he'll get a lot of votes. I think he's going to get some. I think he's going to be a finalist.
I think the narrative will say Werenski wins it this year.
Yeah.
Was second last year, doesn't have one yet.
Right.
And writers can say what they want, but there is a lot of narrative behind these season-long awards.
Yeah.
And I think it'll probably be Werenski. Statistically, though, a very strong case can be made for Evan Bouchard. So, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, I don't want to. I hope he does. I think that's great to be recognized for excellent play and excelling in the best league in the world. But you know what else might be a knock against him is the power play points, and you're just feeding Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. But
yeah,
somebody had to figure out how to do it. Remember, Clefbaum was a guy at some point that was on the power play, and I think he got to like 30 or 40 points a couple times. And
you make a fair point on the McDavid impact because people are going to look at Werenski and go, he's the MVP of the Columbus Blue Jackets. And Bouch wouldn't, I mean, depending on who you talk to, but for the most part, not to slight him, but Bouch wouldn't be, I mean, it's McDavid and Draisaitl and then Bouch.
Yeah.
Right? So, I think that probably leads to Werenski winning it as well.
I'm encouraged, though, that he's having such an excellent offensive season. And, like, the players, and I think Swainer sent it in yesterday and had it on his social media. Bouchard, third defenseman in NHL history with at least 7 goals and 15 assists in a 10-game span, joining Paul Coffey and Bobby Orr. Like, that is elite, man.
Yeah,
and that deserves
offensively, he's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I would like to see what Boost would do without Connor McDavid and Draisaitl, and not to take anything away from him, but like, could Bouchard on a different team be a 70 or 80 point demon? Like, I wonder. It's tough to unlink them, and I know some people will show, well, here's what he does without Connor on the ice, and it's better than we think.
Yep.
But I mean, makes a lot of his money feeding the puck to those guys, and he's brilliant at it. But I'm curious to see what he would be somewhere else. I don't want him to go anywhere because they need him. But
no, they need him. Columbus, if they surge and make the playoffs,
I think win it for sure.
Yeah.
Even if they don't, I think the Werenski narrative is definitely there. All right, so the next oil stream will be a special deadline day 2-hour oil stream from 11 until 1. We'll be bumping the log shop on Friday, obviously, because that is deadline day, and it'll be a busy one. So make sure you make plans to join us. Look at my trending today's news. Spitting Chicklets fuels NHL deadline buzz with wild Robertson Kachuk trade idea. Second one down. Mark Spector criticizes Keith Yandel for misnaming Jason Robertson and proposed trade.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, that's my today's
Everything
news.
Is Keith Yandel and Chicklets.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
I got rid of today's news because I find
can you permanently get rid of
that
it?
X, yeah.
It'll go away for good?
It asks you how long.
I just put not interested.
Because I found it was the headlines are AI generated, and I find they're misleading. That's just my take on it.
All right. Anyway, Zach, are you back there?
Yes, I'm hanging around, boys. What's going on?
Right. I know the boys are right here, but what's coming up on EST afternoons?
Oh, so much. We'll get into highlights, lowlights from the game yesterday. Recap that 5-4 thrilling victory in overtime. We got Hernan's World as well. We go around the NHL to update some of the trades, connect with Dan Rosen from NHL.com. He's a senior writer there. We got the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. I also want to tee up the Reed Wilkins show as well, 3 to 6. The boys will be on location there out in Bonnie Doon at Mr. Mike's. Gene Principe joining at 4 o'clock. We also got Jay Onright, so it's a loaded show for the Reed Wilkins.
Big show.
Good
Mr.
show.
Jay Millen.
Big show today. Jay Onright and Gene Principe on the Reed Wilkins show today from 3 until 6. And the boys will be here at the Bonnie Doon Mr. Mike Steakhouse Casual all day long. So pop by later on today, maybe after work for dinner. If you want to pop by, you come take a spot at the wood here and have a drink.
This show has been your magnum opus today.
Thanks, Tony. It really was. I mean, as far as my use of the English language, it kind of was my magnum. No, okay. I guess I've done it again. All right. That's going to do it for the oil stream. Stick around for EST Afternoons. For Tom Gazzola, I'm Dustin Nielsen. Take it easy.